Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're gonna be getting really real and I'm gonna be talking about some struggle that I personally went through, and I just wanted to give you guys some advice as well as sharing my stories. So I decided to actually divide this video into parts. So in today's video you will hear about how to deal with mean people that talk behind your back, and then in the next video you will hear about what to do if you're in a toxic relationship. So if you're interested about those type of topic, be sure to hit the subscribing button down below so that you won't miss the upcoming video. But enough for this intro, I just think that we should go ahead and start to talk. So if you guys know me in person, you will know that I really don't care about what people think, and I'm also not scared to tell my opinion whether people ask me about that or not. And on the top of that, I'm also a really confident person, so I don't need someone to tell me how pretty I am, or to tell me that my hair looks good today, or that this dress that I'm wearing is really flattering on me, because I already tell myself all those things, so I have literally no need of attention given by someone else, if this makes sense. And I think we're actually gonna start with a jump in the past. So I was really into fashion, which I still am, but at that time I wanted actually to become a fashion designer. And I realized that I didn't show my personality through my clothes. And so I was wearing the same things everybody else was wearing, and I was not myself in a pair of jeans and a hoodie. I was myself when I wear a skirt or a tiny dress. And so I actually decided for the third year of high school, when we actually changed classes, so I was in a new class with also new people in it, so I decided to go ahead, start again and express my personality through my clothes. So I started to wear a skirt for a good part of the school year, I would say. And I feel like at first people didn't realize that, so they were like kind of confused. Okay, well, she's wearing a skirt today. Oh, look, she's wearing a skirt again. And so at first nobody was like actually saying anything about it, but they were like looking at me strange or just like questioning what I was doing. But it didn't affect me in any sort of way, because I was for the first time happy with how I was looking, with who I was as a person. And I was not doing this by any means to please someone else or to get attention by someone else. I was just doing this because I genuinely liked how it looked in a skirt, and so I was just doing this for myself. I felt more confident when I was in a skirt because I knew that I looked good, but like I said, it's not that I wanted to look good for anyone else. It's not that I wanted to get any sort of attention by doing that, which is definitely not the message that people received, apparently. I remember one day I was walking the street, so I was on this side of the street and there was this girl on the opposite side of the road, and I was wearing a dress, which thinking about the dress was nothing crazy. It was a pretty flowy country dress that was shorter on the front, and then it has sort of tail in the back. And so I was walking with this dress and she screamed from the other side, "Hey model," which was actually rude. I mean, she didn't say that as a nice thing, she wanted just to mock me because of that. And I just kept walking because I didn't care. And I noticed that people at school were talking about me or talk behind my back, let's say. And I remember one day I went to school in heels. I actually have the shoes right here, so this is the shoe that I'm talking about. This was the heel that I was walking in, and well, once again I did get quite a few reactions, and I guess it was because it was not something usual, like people usually don't go to school with these type of shoes. But I remember that I was so into Pretty Little Liars at that time, which is still one of my favorite show, and I saw them going to school with heels or just short skirt or whatever. And I know that it's a TV series, but I just wanted to be free to express who I was, and I decided to wear the shoes, but I didn't even think about them. The only reason that I wore them is because they matches the top that I was wearing, which has the same colors in it, and I had no idea about which shoes I should wear with it, except for this one. So I was wearing these shoes and a pair of skinny jeans with this top that I was talking about, and well, the result was not great. Um, well, I don't know, probably I did put myself into this situation, which was a cocktail for disaster. But I literally didn't thought that people will care that much about how I was dressing up or what I was doing. And I remember that when we had a break, there was this other girl which was not from my class, but I know her since we spent the first 2 year of high school in the same classroom. And she actually took a picture, like a close-up picture of my shoes without telling me, and I saw her doing that, and I said, if you want a picture you could just ask. And I was kind of mad, like, why is everybody taking attention? Why is everybody even caring about what the frick am I doing, about how am I dressing up? And when I walked out of school, I remember that at the time I didn't have a car, so me and my best friend had to take the bus. And we were walking on the side of the road to go and get the bus at the bus station. And there was the same girl that said, "Hey, model," and she said that I was a bitch. And I just kept walking simply because I didn't feel the need to defend myself. I know that I'm not a bad person, and I don't think that walking with a pair of heels means that you're a... But that definitely made me question about why people care that much. And thinking about it now from a different perspective and point of view, it was almost like people were afraid of me, or like I was a kind of threat to them for some reasons that I don't even know. I also remember that, well, I think it was the same girl, and she wrote on the blackboard, "Take that friggin' skirt off." And I was like, what's your problem? Like, literally, what is your problem if I wear a skirt or if I wear a pair of jeans? Why are you so mad if I do wear a freaking skirt that makes me feel happy in the first place? I literally had no idea what was her problem, and me being me, a really strong person, I would go ahead and walk with the skirt even the next day. And I remember that I was also mocked because of another reason, which is also the reason why I am keeping this channel a secret. Nobody that I know except for my family members and my Twitter friend Mary, and also the guy that I had a crush on that found out my Instagram account, and now he knows that I have a YouTube channel, which is weird. So except for those people, nobody knows that I am filming videos, that I am a YouTuber. And you know what? It's not even that I'm keeping a secret because I'm ashamed of it. I'm freaking proud of the video that I do upload, and I'm proud of being a YouTuber, and I'm proud of the content that I'm making. But I feel like people just don't get this. And if this is the first video that you're watching of me, I live in Italy, and I feel like the mentality here is such strict that people just don't look outside of the window, if this makes sense. And this is also one of the reasons why I want to get out of here, but this is an whole other story. I actually made a video a while back for a contest, and there was this artist which is called Lorenzo Fragola. It's one of my favorite Italian artists, and he created this contest, and basically it was about creating a video showing your house, and maybe you will get a chance to have a sort of private show in your house. And so I did that, and I posted on Facebook on the group of this type of contest, whatever. And I had no idea that people were gonna watch it. I had no idea that people even could watch it. and it was also a 20-minute long video, so I thought, hey, nobody's gonna watch this anyway. So I post that, but apparently people did watch them and they also mock me because of it. But it's not that they mock me directly, but they were just like saying some phrases that were directly linked to the video that I made. And even my ex best guy friend, he actually made a comment on that, asking me something that was related to that video, and I was like, what are you talking about? And he didn't tell me that I knew or anything, and I was like, oh, nothing. And thinking about that, that just made me mad. But I feel like it's a topic that we're gonna go deeper in the other video. So this was the sum up of the third year of high school, and I actually started at the end of the school year to wearing jeans, and even when the fourth year of high school started, I kept wearing jeans. And so people had nothing to talk about. But I just think it's crazy thinking about how people can treat you if you just want to be different, or if you're not doing what they're all doing. Which personally, I never was a person who did what the others would do. I always thought with my mind, at the end of the school year, we were doing a chemistry test, which I was really not good at chemistry. And we were doing a test. Everybody was trying to help each other because we had no idea about what the test was about, or like which was the answer to the questions. And so we were all trying to help each other out. And if my best friend told me any sort of answer, I would tell this to my ex-best guy friend. I feel like that's a pretty long name. And then he would tell that to the rest of the classmates, since I've always been someone who is afraid to copy, and in any sort of test I never used my phone to look at the answer or anything like that, simply because I'm really afraid of that, and also I don't think it's a correct thing to do. And basically, long story short, at the end of the text I saw this girl, and we're actually gonna call her Red Witch. Is that mean? So I saw Red Witch talking with another of my classmates, telling that I knew all the answers to the text, which it was crazy because I had no idea about what chemistry even was, and that I didn't tell those to anyone because I wanted to take the best grade and whatsoever. And I saw them talking, and I said to Red Witch, hey, if you have a problem with me, I am open to talk about it. And she said, no, I have no problem, stuff like that. And I knew and I saw everybody that was talking, and they were talking about me for sure. And then this other girl that Red Witch talked with decided to delete me from the class chat on WhatsApp. And I was like, what the frick? So I waited until the end of the lesson, and I went directly to this girl and say, hey, why did you delete me from the chat? And basically she told me everything that Red Witch told her, and I said, that's not true. I had no idea about any of the answer, and that's legitimately crazy. I don't know what she said to you, but I know what the truth is. And so I spoke to her directly. I told my truth, which was also the truth, because clearly I had no idea about the answer, and well, I didn't even get a good grade on that test, so this is actually a proof that I was telling the truth. I was pretty mad, not gonna lie, but thinking about that, I actually wrote a pretty good song regarding that moment, so can't be mad about a good song, right? Yeah, also, I think this is something that really helped me a lot. The fact that I'm a songwriter gave me the opportunity to talk and write about all the things that I was going through. So if I had some sort of pressure, or if I was mad about something, I would just go ahead and write about it, or take my guitar and sing about it. And so I kind of took a little bit of that pressure away. So as you can tell, I think that one of the best way to deal with mean people is just to go ahead and talk to them and also prove that they're wrong. And I do think that each situation is different, and so if these specific things worked for me, probably, or maybe it won't work for you, as well as something that maybe work for you won't work for me. But I think it's all depend about how the situation is. So I might give you guys another example. At the beginning of the 5th year of high school, I was in a sort of feud with my best guy friend, and now we're not even best friends or anything like that. And it was just something between me and him. But yeah, those two girls that, like I said, really hates me, decided to kind of be involved in all of this. And I remember that my ex-best friend, as well as two other girls, Red Witch and then this other one, which we're gonna call Co Witch, they decided to do a class reunion just to mock me or just talk shit about me. And I knew exactly what their plan was, and that was the reason why I didn't want to be in the class in the first place. So me and this other friend of mine, we wanted to finish an architecture project. So we wanted to stay outside the class so that they would not have the chance to play their own twisted games. And my ex-best friend managed actually to talk to the teacher and get me inside of class. So I was in the class, I had my headphones on, and there was this girl, Courage, that was screaming at me, saying, hey, you need to listen. Hey, you need to listen to me when I talk with you. Hey, just answer to me. And she wanted to kind of have my reaction or anything crazy, but I was literally ignoring her straight. And she didn't like that at all, and honestly, even thinking about this, it makes me so freaking powerful. She just wanted me to be crazy or have a crazy reaction, and I just ignored them, and that was the weapon that I had at the time. I knew that it was not worth it to spend my words or even fights with them whatsoever, but I also knew that by ignoring them, I would win, and so that's what I did in this case. And I feel like this proved that each case is different, and you just have to do what works best for that specific occasion. And I feel like I've been actually telling the story of how I went bullied in high school, and I know it's nothing crazy. I know that a lot of people went through a lot more than being mugged because you're wearing a skirt, but I just wanted to A, tell you guys the story, B, give you guys some tips, even though I'm pretty sure that there's no actual tips for this type of situation. But I really hope that you can kind of learn from my story, or just to maybe take something that may help you out as well. And yeah, I felt really great after telling this story, to be honest. And what I just wanted you to take from this video is that you don't have to change who you are just because of someone else's opinion. You are perfect and beautiful the way that you are. You need to be happy with yourself, and you should not care about people's opinion, because people are gonna be judging and they're gonna be saying bad things about you every day, no matter what you're doing to please them. So just don't try to please them. Go ahead, live your life. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of this video. If you like it, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think about all this crazy stuff? And also, if you're going through something, just let me know. Maybe I can help you out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!